Alright, this is a quick video, quick-ish video on stains. It's not exciting. You can see the box of OxiClean sitting back there. Right here. We also have some lava soap. I've got some regular old lye soap. And lye soap is not nearly as harsh as what some people make it out to be. It is completely not color safe. I mean, that makes it great. It also doesn't have dyes and all that stuff. Anyway, the only thing I've done is I've run hot water. And so I've got hot water straight to the tap right now. And that's how we're starting. I've sprayed a little bit of this already. This has some OxiClean stuff in it as my pre-treater, because my son had a bloody nose, got all over his pants and all over the shirt. I'll show you that in a minute. The OxiClean actually did pretty good on the sweatpants. It's kind of hard to see them, but I don't know if the camera's picking this up. There's still blood spots all across here. So for a dad that has to get these out before they get set in, here's what I do. Start hot water. Soak it down. Get it sloppy wet. Now, you don't have to get crazy with the OxiClean, but OxiClean, it reacts faster in hot water. That's why all the commercials they used to show had cold water, so it didn't blow up on camera. Just trust me, if you put it in a container with a lid in hot water, shake it up, it explodes. Or what they call exothermic reaction. Rapid exothermic. Like, it doesn't explode. Yeah, well, it blows the top off because it produces liquid hydrogen peroxide, and that bubbles and so on and so on. So some of that stuff already reacted a little bit. Add a little more water. Now what I'm using here is a fingernail brush. Obviously it's been used a lot, but I like the short, kind of medium stiffness bristles. It's not so stiff that it'll tear anything up. And just get in here. And it is super exciting, let me tell you. But whatever you do, don't just toss it in the washer and then the dryer and find out that the stain did not come out and you set it in forever. And then, after I've done the OxiClean to get it down in there, it's looking a lot better. I'm gonna go do it one time real quick after I get it wet again with soap. Now I'm going to use lye soap, but lava soap is also a really good soap. But if you have Fell's naphtha, it's actually a laundry soap that contains naphtha. It's very good at getting stuff out. It works extremely good for some things, but I find just regular old lye soap, if you can get it, works really good for getting stains out. Now, so I don't burn my fingers, I'm going to switch back to cold here. Alright. Now, if you want, you can still spray like Shout on there, because stuff like Shout and some of the other, Shout and some of the other pre-treaters, they have enzymes in them that'll still get in there and work. So if you missed anything, it doesn't like have a shadow that reappears, which is what I actually recommend. But I would not rely solely on pre-treaters if you really like the clothing. Now this one has spots here, here, here. All big patch over here. Here, 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 here. Great big long one. So it's got a bunch. And I am just gonna start and put this on the edge of the sink right there. We're just gonna start right at the top with hot water, kind of like we did before. And the reason we're using OxiClean instead of just soap is because peroxide does a lot better with blood. It does pretty good with a lot of things. Here we go. And instead of using just straight peroxide, I just choose to use the OxiClean because you can just add a little water and kind of make it a paste, and instead of just liquid just running everywhere. Now, a toothbrush works good too. And if you can even find them anymore, the old Tide spin brushes. Sit there and spins around. My spin brush is getting pretty tired because I've had that since... Wow, I've had that probably since like... Shit, 92? Maybe? Okay, now as I'm bringing this up, I'm checking like in a line across here just to see where the discoloration is. Oh, I missed one all the way over here. Yeah, I was checking all the way across to see, make sure I hadn't missed anything, and I missed that one completely from the get-go. Can't believe I missed that one. But like I said, OxiClean reacts better, faster whenever it's hot. So hence the hot water. You can see as I'm kind of kneading this around, you can see like the white come out where it's sitting there foaming up in the fabric because of the blood that's in there. It's just like if you had got peroxide on a wound. That's what it's doing inside there. It's getting it off those little fibers. I'm fortunate enough in my laundry room I have this big square utility sink, and if I ever have another house, it's gonna have one of these. It's built into a countertop, and let me tell you, whoever thought of this in the first place before I bought this house, I have to give them credit where credit's due. They were genius. Alright, that spot's gone. Now there's still going to be a bunch of residual in this shirt, so it still has to be laundered, obviously. But I would not throw a bunch of extra into your washing machine. Unless you've got a really bad load of something anyway. Okay, got more. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's more right up in here. I know this does not make for a very exciting video, but I more wanted to show this because in real time, it is not that bad to take control of some of these stains and not destroy your clothing. Are you going to be able to get everything out? No. If you watch any of my other videos, you see some of the stained shirts I have. And some of them, I haven't even tried to get out. I have shirts that have got rust on them, and I've never found a great way to get all the rust out of between all the fibers. On one that I've got a lot of rust on, if it's got epoxy in it, I've never found a good way to get epoxy out. There's some other chemicals like that I have never found a good way. Looks like a little bit of remnant right there. I'm not sure, but what he didn't get into some marker. And that's another thing. I've never had great luck getting marker, dry erase marker out of, I think it's rayon. Either rayon or polyester and rayon. Something about that fabric, because I tried hairspray, I tried all kinds of different stain removers, OxyClean. I got it to lighten just a little bit. I even tried acetone and methylethyl ketone. Could not do any more than lighten it just a little. Alright, it looks like all those little spots as I was scrubbing and all that, like the foamy slurry of the OxyClean was sitting there pushing through the clothes. it looks like all that kind of foam as it just went through there, it looks like it wiped out those other little smaller stains while I worked on the big ones. Because even in the higher light, I do not see them at all anymore. So what I'm going to do, like I said, if you still have some pre-treated like spray and wash, I'm still going to hit it just in case I miss something. The nice thing about one of these high arch faucets, they work great as a backstop for shirts if you need to spray them. But anyway, that was in real time, you know, like saving kids' clothes or whatever. But that's what I do to get blood and or other schmag out of clothes. I hope that helps somebody somewhere down the road, because it saved my bacon a few times.